in the early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Pittsburgh Panthers, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Wolverines will kick it away to start us off. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Pitt Panthers offense will go to work first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4. Pitt right back to the line. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Hunt is on its way. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So Michigan's offense has the ball for the first time. And when these two guys are in sync the way they were a week ago, just a nightmare. It's a performance they hope they can repeat this week, Jesse.
And I think a big key in that last game was they linked up a couple times early, had some big plays, and then after that, David, it didn't seem like the quarterback was looking anywhere else. They're going to try and establish that connection and that rhythm early in this one.
And defensively, where is the big fella? Like, I got to identify where he is every single snap and give him some extra attention. So if I route him at the line of scrimmage and be physical, have that safety help over the top, I'm not letting him beat me.
This is a kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get checked.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
That last big play has them in business. Just outside the red zone, it's 1st and 10. Pulls and fires complete. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. And the Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Tight end now in motion. Leaves it with the running back. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. They'll try to sneak it. That's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
Man, you want to drive a coach nuts, get in a situation where it's easy, and I just got to get a QB sneak and fall forward, and I don't take care of the football. Priority number 1, mission number 1, got to get that snap, got to fall forward. Big-time mistake.
The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Caught in the backfield, it's Parker. He's out past the 35. Breaks into the open. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. Offense trying to keep them off balance on 1st and 10. Gonna run it. It's Parker.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
It's a reverse. He's knocked down for a loss of 7. And the Panthers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. He's got it on the right. Corralled and brought down by the defense. Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires deep toward the end zone. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on 3rd down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready. Had a really good coverage call to get the INT.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
The give to the lone running back. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? The Wolverines are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to throw, it's Cummings. That's reeled in, it's Hart. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They boot it away on 4th down. And just a spectacular punt. It'll go out of bounds inside the 5-yard line and really put this offense in a hole. Looking downfield on 1st down. Pressure got to him, couldn't get rid of it, and they got him for a safety.
And that's exactly what you call complementary football. The punter doing a great job downing the opponent inside their own 5-yard line. Then the defense takes the field and they get the safety. You've got to love that if you're the head coach.
They'll get set for the free kick after the safety. Slithers into space. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They've really sputtered out of the gate, turned it over, punted the last time they had it. We'll see if the 3rd possession is the charm. Fires to the tight end. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, it's Cummings. Deep shot for the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his second interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do...
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes up front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie Smith, Rashawn Gary. Guys that can win one-on-one and guys that change and force your game plan to have to adapt for them. You need to double team these guys if you want to have any chance. This is that type of player. He's got so much ability.
Going to swing it on second down. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Man, this defense has been so impressive to watch. Look at them. Get to the quarterback, get the sack. They play so fast. It's like they have 12 men on the field. Another good performance going down right now. Coming off of last week, putting a goose egg on the board against their last opponent.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. They come up with their second safety of the game. You don't see that very often.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20. Find some fresh air. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
You want to talk about hearts and throats when that ball was on the ground? The offense recovered its own fumble. Firing to the right, complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. A third down try for the offense. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. In the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Dropping back, it's Cummings. Bringing the heat. Finds us back in the middle. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. And the Wolverines line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll mark it at the 12, and they'll start in a bit of a hole. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. The Panthers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Second down, he'll throw it. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Third and long, and he'll try to throw throw for it. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
Pitt will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from the shadow of his goal post, he gets the punt away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They'll give it to the back. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. The Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. To the air on 2nd down. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw. It's Cummings. Got a man. It's Hart. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Utah is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Alex Smith, and they are right back in this. They're trailing by just 4 to Toledo. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Pitt pushing the pace. When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that?
Not much you can do because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense on that play. They were waiting and anticipating that throw, but when you've got an arm like that, it's going to be tough to stop that throw.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Pitt will have to boot this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Now on the return. Slips through the line. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Motion from the wideout. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. To the air, it's Cummings. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Taking it the other way.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year and comes up with a massive play right there.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
What a great play. Winning one-on-one, getting home and getting a sack. And that kind of effort is going to get the big house fired up. These 100,000-plus Michigan Wolverine fans are on their feet screaming because of that dominant play right there coming from their D-line.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Tight end finds a soft spot. Out of bounds after a big pickup on the play, just a couple of yards short of the goal line. And the field goal unit is on the field. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise.
And that's frustrating. I mean, you put a drive together, you're in scoring zone. Like, this is a green zone. You should be making all of these kicks, these short field goals, the chip shots. Kickers have to come through. They got to do their job.
So here comes the Michigan offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him.
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his 1st interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Great place to start for this offense. They'll try the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Pitt right back to the line.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
You know they'd love to convert this 3rd down after missing a field goal on the last drive. Off-play action. Got his man on the right. Oh, he's got some space. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Here's a heat. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
This guy has been an absolute force in this offense early this season, guys. We're only in the 3rd game. He's already got 3 touchdown catches. Talk about a matchup nightmare for opposing defenses.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. He'll bring it out. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Gets it across the 25. He'll step out at the 26 as his offense tries to grind out some yardage. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Creates a little room. Runs through a tackle. Picks up the 1st down, still moving. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Looking downfield, it's Cummings. He's got it. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Here comes the offense on second down. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle, it's Hart. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line to pick up the first down. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Wants to throw again. Unloads to the right. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down. And the Wolverines didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down. Touchdown, Michigan! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
But how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a two-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he's coming out of the end zone. He's brought down to the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Gives it on the option. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half.
Well, the ball hasn't hit the ground very often for this guy in this game, right? He's even still, after that incompletion, over 80% throwing, which is key. Because last game he was under 50% on his throws. He went back to work, worked on his fundamentals, and that's really showing up here.
The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Use the play fake, now to throw. A strike downfield. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. Here's the pressure. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. Pitt will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Looking for a man. It's Cummings. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Oh, they're after him. That should be the final play of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, 1 half in the books, and I am eagerly looking forward to that second half in Ann Arbor. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, We're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in the big house.
Pitt will kick off, ready to get things started here in the third quarter. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right, that pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different looking football game.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake on first down. Fires to the big fella.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
They're going back to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Looking downfield, it's Cummings. Got his man quickly. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. The Wolverines have their offense in high gear. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it out fast. On his feet at the 40. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. And the Wolverines want to move quickly.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them. They've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good decisions by the QB.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. The Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Finds his big tight end. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Hauls it in. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Trying to bull his way in. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Wolverines! Quick strike through the air for the score. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you've got receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Temple came away with the win today, but not in dominant fashion. In fact, the folks in Philly had to sweat things out for much of the second half. Certainly could have been better, but it also could have been worse. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And the Panthers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Gets it out quickly. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. Pitt pushing the pace.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. There he goes. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Panthers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Fights off a defender. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Lofts one high and deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there. Now it's 4th down. Pitt will have to boot this one away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. Back to throw, it's Cummings. Complete.
Defense has their hands full with this one. I know he's not the biggest guy playing the running back position right now, but they know he's going to be catching it too, and they're going to have to bring this guy down in space. In the passing game, they better make sure they get a lot of hats to the football. They've got their hands full.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And the Wolverines send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Using the quick game. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Wants to fire on second down. Caught in the backfield. It's Parker. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. So we open the final period with a third down play. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's got it all right. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Pitt right back to the line.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. The give on the option. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. And the Panthers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. That last play, not what they had in mind, and they've got a long way to go to get it close to the goal line to pick up a first down. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Panthers.
Number 86, catch and score.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
Smashes it through for the PAT. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd.
14.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So here comes the Michigan offense. After that last scoring drive, old Uncle Mo has switched sidelines, and now they'll try to get it back while they're clinging to this lead. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there. They'll leave it with him. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. To the air, it's Cummings. Out of the backfield, he's open. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Back to pass on 2nd down. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
The defense was dialed in. They knew exactly what they were doing. They weren't fooled by it. They weren't fooled by the read game at all. Played discipline, kept eyes on the quarterback, strung that along towards the sideline, and made the big tackle.
The Wolverines will try to pin them back with the punt. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
They'll try to power their way ahead. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. Pitt pushing the pace.
Yeah, in this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down. We're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get first down.
Breaks into the open. Got enough for the first. Past the 30. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took him to the house, but they got him at the 24.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Off the play fake. Working the middle, it's complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. It's complete to the right. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. It's complete to the left. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And this one will be stopped for no gain. After that last one, they're staring at a 2nd and long 1st down marker just short of the goal line. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
This defense has taken the game over. They're winning the game in large part because of how dominant they've been up front, how good their pass rush has been.
And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. Field goal attempt coming that would make it a one-possession game, but he'll have to do it into the teeth of this crowd. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Trying play action. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
It is hard to continue to get up and get up and get up like he has, being sacked time after time again. But this QB, this offense, they're undeterred. They're continuing to put drives together, and most importantly, they're winning the football game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Back to throw, it's Cummings. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. And the Wolverines will call on their punt team. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Secures it at the 30. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out. Finds enough room to get it up to the 44 before he's knocked out of bounds. The Panthers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. On the run, it's Parker.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that 1st down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Parker. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down.
Yeah, and he's been throwing it all over the yard, and he's now over 300 yards on the day, so been a successful day. Now, 300 yards, I don't know, Palmer, 300 nowadays, that's like what back in the day for you?
That would have been 500. I would have won the Heisman, maybe. It's a big deal today, college football, no doubt. Now, listen, he's in a rhythm right now. He's in a groove. We've seen good decision-making. He's been playing on time, and he's been deadly accurate throwing it. And guess what? This game is far from over.
From the gun, the ground game. Got enough for the 1st. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Parker. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Rushes on him. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Got him downfield. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Lets it go to the end zone. Looking to get it in. We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the 4th, and the brain trust will go to work. Slams ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Panthers.
Yeah, I tell you what, great job by this offense. Great execution. You drive down the field, you get the score. Now what's your 2-point play? You practiced it all week. What's your go-to in this moment late in the 4th quarter when you need the 2-point conversion?
What a big play here as they try to tie it up with the 2 in the waning moments. On the ground. He is denied. Stopped short of the goal line, trying to tie the game, and he will not get the 2-point conversion.
And that's why you got a lot of receivers on your hands team. Guys, the best hands on your team, so they're able to hop on them.
Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those 2 teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these 2 squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.